Oh, that okay. We made it. We're live. We made it.
Do the intro. What are you doing?
Hey, welcome to Father's Day, everybody. I'm your host, Mel Hall, and my other host. Are you the other host? My co-host,
Co-host
Erik Rivera.
at Erik Rivera Comedy. What's going on, buddy?
How's it going? How's it going, Erik?
I'm a little frazzled. We're running a little late because it's
We're
my
running.
fault.
It
Uh,
is your fault.
we had a situation, and I'm mad because I can't find the picture, but I want to send it to you. I actually wanted to post it. So Katie has been working from home, and it's my job to watch the kids and while she does her thing, and she had a meeting. And anyway, I was doing something with Maddox, and I didn't realize Julian had put on his Spider-Man costume. And when I tell you he's got a Spider-Man costume, it's not those costumes we used to get when we were little with the plastic mask and that little
Mhm.
hole. No, like I bought him like a legit, like it's a mask. He zips it, and it's like the whole boom. He looks
Really?
like Spider-Man.
Okay.
He put it on, and I guess he didn't realize Katie was having a meeting, and he walked in, and all her coworkers saw, and were like, "Oh!" And what's going on, Billy? He got so embarrassed and I had to like talk him over. But it was so funny because I was trying not to laugh because he was like, "I'm embarrassed," and I was like, "No one saw your face. You
Yeah.
had full, you had a
They
full
just saw
mask on, dude.
Spider-Man, dude.
Yeah, you were Spider-Man. To them, they don't know who it was. It could have been Peter Parker. It could have been Miles Morales. They don't know who was
I
behind the mask.
love
So
it.
that's what I was dealing with when that's like she was wrapping up a meeting that happened, and then I was just like, I want to find a picture of it because I bought him like the legit one. Like I do that thing where if my kid asks me for something, I try to find the best quality.
The one you wish you could have had as a kid.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I I I wonder what age it was. Like, do you remember when you stopped being embarrassed by things?
Uh,
Like, or maybe he's just is Julian's kind of an introvert, right? So it's like
yeah.
that could be.
I was never embarrassed, dude, for attention. Like, is that weird?
I was embarrassed.
I wasn't. All right, so I don't think I've ever told you this. So in our old apartment, like, because we grew up in this one bedroom apartment, the living room was laid out like you would walk in, you would enter, and then you had to like walk into the living room to sit on the couch, and the TV was right where the entrance was. So when somebody sat on the couch, I had a captive audience. I used to do like these. I wouldn't say skits. I would just do characters for my mom's guests, and she would be like mortified because I was always like shy. They'd walk in, I'd be quiet, and then they'd go in and do different like the one that got me beat one time was I did Hulk Hogan. I got like a headband, and I came out and I'd cut a little on my tank top so that I could rip it. And when I ripped that shirt, I knew my butt whooping was coming. Like when I ripped it,
But did you get a laugh? Was it worth
I
it?
gotta laugh. I gotta laugh, dude. I would do Popeye. Like I had a sailor hat. I put on a white T-shirt, and then I would just stuff clothes in there for muscles.
Wow. So you've always been kind of a performer.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
Julian is not that kid. Julian gets shy. Julian, like, if I'm like, hey man, like there was one time we were at Target and they had like a display thing, and it's like, come over here, like anybody that went to the display would get like a free Lego thing, and he saw it. Hey dad, can you? And I was like, nah man, go talk to the lady, and you'll get the free Lego thing. Like, and that's not
Right.
as his parent. I'm like, I'm pushing him because I'm like, you got to talk up for yourself. But it took me like 10 minutes of like, dude, if you really want this Lego thing, you gotta go. I'm not gonna go.
Right.
And it might
Yeah,
sound mean, but I'm trying to get him out of that shell. Like, you got to go talk to him.
that's the way to do it. I mean, I
Yeah.
think, it's like they're gonna stay in that shell if you encourage that, you know what I mean? Like if you like my cousin, I shouldn't say my cousin, a person I know, their
Wait, isn't it
kid,
like a cousin? Like when like ethnic families always have like a friend.
yeah,
I'm your cousin.
play cousin.
Yeah, I got a bunch of
Yeah,
uncles and aunts that aren't uncles and aunts.
yeah, yeah. And that's how I introduce Kalino to everybody. This is Uncle Eric, this is Uncle Joseph, whatever. It's like everybody's uncle when you're ethnic, but they they are sheltered where they don't have to break that they don't have to be uncomfortable if they don't want.
Right.
And because the mom will just do it, I'll do it for you. And
Uh,
it's like, you can't do that because then you end up with, shitty kids.
I love that you in your head you're trying to find an adjective, not that
I
one.
was, yeah, I
Yeah,
was
that was,
like,
yeah, I don't have that problem with Maddox. Maddox will go up to anybody and tell his whole life story and just start talking to them and have full blown conversations. And I'm just like, God, this
that's
kid, night and day.
that's that's also a problem though, right? Because you don't want them to be too comfortable with strangers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure, I'll have some candy and help you find your puppy. Like, no, man.
Yeah. How was your Father's Day, bro?
It was good. It was good. I did wake up early. I did
You
not
got a
get.
bounce house for yourself.
I got a bounce house for myself. It was cool. I got to hold on because I'm trying to pull up. They got me my favorite cake. We'll start there. Um, so they got me running stuff because they know I love to run.
Uh-huh.
Right? And then they got me my favorite cake, which nobody in this house loves but me.
Tres leches?
Yes.
Is it really?
It is. There it is right there. You see that?
Wow, so you got the cake all to yourself.
Well, Katie had some of me.
Okay.
Nice. So yeah, Katie had some with me, and yeah, we got that from Portos, an unofficial sponsor. So if you guys want to sponsor us, I love your Tres Leches cake. They also had it with berries, which was the first time I've had that.
All right.
Yeah.
So Katie didn't bake that.
Huh?
Huh?
Huh? What? Huh? You did not bake that, but that's like my go-to favorite cake for like any kind of celebration or birthdays. Like they know, and Julian does not like that cake. He's like, I don't like it, and I'm like, you do not know what's amazing.
What
about
you're
this cake.
missing, and that's good, and it's good.
Yeah.
Please don't get adventurous. This is gonna be Dad's cake.
Yeah.
Forever. Let me see if I can pull up what we did.
And I got running stuff, which is cool. Like that. That's what I wanted. Like they've seen. Like I've been asking her. Like I've been talking about getting new running stuff. So they got me running shorts, and it's so funny though. Like because I run, but I'm not like when you see like Runner's Magazine, like the guy with like the full runner's gear. Like I still run in basketball shorts. To me, like they're a little longer.
So you run in tights.
I put tights on under, but I still have basketball shorts on. So Katie bought me like legit running shorts, and I was like, "These are tight." I feel like a 1950s NBA player. Like God, whoa!
She got you the John Stocktons.
She got me the Dr. J's.
Nice. We spent Father's Day at Carlene's parents' house, and we cooked outside. And I'm realizing right now, I didn't take any pictures of the stove of us cooking.
What?
But Carlene's dad has a legit campfire / outdoor cooking area outside.
Uh-huh.
And so he made waffles on a cast iron stove, and then I made breakfast potatoes. And then afterwards, we took a photo.
If you need help with running shoes, let me know. I know everything about running shoes. Yeah, dude. Running shoes are oh, wait, that's your father-in-law?
Future father-in-law. So that's Carlene's dad right there.
Do not do San Antonio all over again. That's your father-in-law. It's happening.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my father-in-law right there. But he loves like guitars and stuff, so we took a picture on the couch. And I think every year we do Father's Day, we'll just do like a photo.
You guys jam out for real?
No. No. He did. I did not.
You guys do look like an indie band, just you and him.
He could shred. I cannot.
It'd be called Hall of Notes. Your last name's already Hall, buddy. No. Listen, I need to get back up on stage. I'm not saying they're all good, but I'm trying. I'm shooting my shot.
Yeah, let me tell you, they're not all good. All right, I'm going to tell you that.
I'm rusty. Joseph said he's going to help with running shoes. I keep telling you, Nikes are not good for running, man.
They're not. I mean, you should be in some New Balance. or some Asics.
Dude,
Um,
so funny. I always fought New Balance, and then when I started running, I started having trouble with my feet and my shins. And then someone was like, "Yo, you got to get New Balances," and I got New Balance, and I have not looked back since.
you know the shoes I see everybody like running in, and I'm like, just on the fact that I like sneakers, and I know they're probably comfortable and functional as hell, but like Brooks running
Brooks,
shoes.
dude, that's when you know it's a serious runner. And by the way,
Yeah,
only white people. My people do not know about Brooks. You'll
yeah,
never see just random people wearing rocking Brooks.
and Saucony. I don't know that brand. But hold on, there's one other brand where I just look at the shoe and I'm like, dude,
By
I
the
don't
way,
care.
I've contemplated buying Brooks. Guess what? Never see them in any of the stores I'm shopping in. Excuse me, where's your Brooks? Like what?
If you have to ask, you can't afford it, young man. Now get out of here.
Excuse me, where's the Brooks?
Hold on.
Like
So, let me see. Where is this brand of shoe? And you guys are all going to know it when you see it.
Which ones?
There are these running shoes, and they're just ugly as hell. I want to say that there's a kangaroo is their mascot, but I don't know the.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what they call
Yeah.
the little.
They got really, really wide
Yeah.
Hoka.
Joseph says go to Roadrunners. I do. You know, it's so funny. Like I've had people ask me about getting started running. I always say you should go to a running store because they're people that are working there. They're not. You know, they're not going to try to really upsell you. They're going to try to help you. They ask you questions that you don't get asked at Foot Locker. Like, what's your gait? Are you
Yeah.
stepping? And you're like, what? My gait? What are you even talking about?
Yeah.
Like I've gone to the New Balance store here in Los Angeles, and they'll like legit put you on a treadmill and watch you run, which is uncomfortable because you're trying to show off because somebody's watching you. Like I got to show them what I can do.
These right here. Have you ever seen these?
I have seen those. I've never bought those.
Yeah, me either. Because look how they're just ugly as hell. Like, who wants that?
Yeah, but you're not going for a look. You're going for
what's I am.
Run. If you could, you would run in like LeBron's.
Yeah, dude, I just want to run in something that makes me look cool. These do not look cool at all.
Yeah, if you're running like 13 miles or 26 miles, you want something that's not going to have a pool of blood in it when you're done running.
Let me tell you this. I'm not ever going to be running 13 or 26 miles.
I got you to run a 10K, right?
Yeah, that's my max right there.
I say we do that again. Buddy. I say we got to do that again.
Joseph, where did you work in shoes? Shoes was one of my first jobs. So anyway, have you started any like Father's Day traditions for like the holiday itself? Because we did, like we've started like Father's Day, we're just gonna spend it with her dad until that's not fun anymore. But it's fun to cook outside. So for the last 2 years, we've cooked outside. We have cigars and beers and just like, it's a thing.
No, because I don't think I should be starting the tradition. I think that's the way, you know, I want to say the little lady. The wife's job. I'm just saying that should be her job to try to create a tradition for the boys. Like our tradition for Mother's Day is I get up early and I try to make breakfast with them.
Right. Yeah, but if there's something that you want to do, then you should you could start it yourself.
I did do this all day. I don't know if you did this. Anytime they ask me for something, I'm like, I'm off the clock. All day. Whenever I didn't want to do something, it's Father's Day. I'm off the clock.
Father-in-law's watching. It's never not fun. We're 2 for 2, Vince.
That's good, dude. Yeah, I see. I like that though. You guys made waffles together. You guys cooked together. That sounds like it's a pretty cool thing.
Dude, it's always fun.
My father-in-law is too far away. He lives across the country, so I can't do anything with him.
Right.
So I guess I'm going to have to crash Father's Day next year.
You can. You're invited, man. If you can cook outside, you're welcome. But if you're not, if you're one of these
Dude,
need to be inside kind of guys.
I'm a grill master. Oh, you don't know about grilling because you don't eat meat, but I. Woo! Does your father-in-law eat meat?
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, boy, I'll bring the
But
steak.
we don't barbecue though. It's over a
Not barbecue.
campfire.
It's called grilling. I'm not
Can you
barbecue
do?
sauce and like smoke. No, I'm talking about legit grill,
You can grill over a campfire.
dude. Man, man, come on. I'm a resourceful person. I'll do s'mores. I'll do something. I'll do something. Don't test me.
um, yeah, I think yeah, you should start a tradition, man.
But yo, your father-in-law is coming after me. He's telling me to slow that roll, bro.
Or maybe he's telling me to slow my roll and not invite you.
Oh, oh yeah. You're just inviting people to his house. Like, come on, everybody. It's
Yeah. So yeah, so
now
today we were gonna.
did you get a card from Kalino?
I did get a card from Kalina.
But he didn't give Carlene a card for Mother's Day.
No. Kalino wasn't reading or shopping in May.
Oh,
He's
okay.
advanced. Now that he's walking, he's going to Target, he's buying cars. He's actually writing now as well. He's forming complete sentences. It's pretty remarkable to see. But
Here's my question, and I hope I don't get in trouble with Carlene. When he wrote in the card, were letters backwards, or did he
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of effort put in to to not be able to write correctly, which made me laugh. I'm just like, that's.
While you were reading, look at it like, I know he didn't write this.
No, I'm not a full asshole, Eric. I'm not a full asshole.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Yeah, I was appreciative.
Because Katie doesn't. Katie just gives him the crayon and lets him like scribble, which I appreciate the scribble. But if she sat there and tried to like some capital, some lowercase, some backwards, I'd be like, "What do you?
Yeah.
Why would you do this?
Why are you spending the time? Just get the yeah. And Carlene is pretty. I believe she's cool with me with Kalino not getting her a card.
Oh.
I believe she's cool with that. As of now. As of 2 Mother's Days, we're in the clear on that.
Well, she can't get mad at you. It's Kalino. He don't got a job. He needs to pick up. He needs to pick it up and figure out a part-time shift or something.
Yeah, I don't know. He needs to start driving for Uber or something like that. I don't know. So Father's Day growing up for you, what'd you guys do?
It was not a thing. I know today we're gonna be talking about dad, so it's gonna get a little heavy. I'll actually hold on. Let me pull up my father here because I got a picture.
Okay.
It wasn't a thing for us because. So hold on. Let's pull this up. Boom. There he's right there.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Let's hold on. I'm gonna fix it real quick. Hold up, everybody. I'm gonna fix this real quick for y'all. Is that better?
Is that Pablo Escobar music?
Yeah, he looks like Pablo Escobar.
It looks like Pablo Escobar, dude.
So Father's Day was a thing, and
wait, is that your dad for real?
That's my father. Yeah.
See, because I met your dad when he was at your wedding.
Yeah.
So I've never seen pictures of him as like a young man before.
Yeah, that's him. So this is why Father's Day wasn't a thing. So I had technically 2 fathers.
Okay.
It's him, but the thing is, when growing up, like there, my pops drank a lot.
Okay.
So he was constantly getting kicked out of the house and just an alcoholic. And that's why I know you always make fun of me like, oh, you don't drink and stuff. It's just because I've had a lot of alcoholism in the family. So growing up, Father's Day really wasn't a thing because, he was going through his own little battles. And then before my sister was born, he was born again, and then I had like ultra religious dad.
Okay.
So I had like two like legit separate dads. One was like, yo, bad boy running these streets, getting into bar fights, drinking,
Mm-hmm.
getting arrested, getting kicked out by your mother, and then boom, I got,
Would
hey, buddy, we don't cuss or drink in this house. And I was like, what? Who are you?
oh huh.
All right.
The other guy wasn't around much, but at least he was fun.
Yeah. Where's Pablo? Who
Yeah.
are you? And at that point, and by the way, once he also thing was once he stopped drinking and born again, he shaved everything, so he was like clean faced all the time.
Yeah.
No hair again.
Huh.
Like my pops,
That's
like give you a story. My pops would he trained in martial arts, right? Like he
okay.
karate, jeet kune do, all this stuff, and he would go to class, learn something, and then go, oh, let's go to the bar tonight because I'm gonna try this out. So he would go get drunk and then try out the new move he learned.
Because that's the way. They teach you sober that they're like to use this when you're drunk because that's the best time to do the martial arts when you're drunk.
So Father's
That's
Day for me growing up was never a thing. It was never like we would do it at school. Like I remember elementary school, like, oh, we're gonna make a paper tie or whatever it was, and I would give it to him, and that was it. But it wasn't like, all right, well, now we gotta go to the store and get something special for dad because like he didn't grill. Like we lived in an apartment, so it was like, oh, we gotta get him the utensils. Like he didn't have tools. Like I talked about that last episode. He had, his own thing. Like
yeah.
never really
Yeah,
did.
so it's pretty interesting that we're similar in that way because we didn't celebrate Father's Day growing up either. And I just remembered so my father was like really anti-establishment. He was kind of like a hippie in a way. Like he thought everything was like he just had wild theories about society. And so he didn't believe in Father's Day. He thought like all the holidays were kind of like the practices put in by the man to hold everybody down and keep everybody in line. So
Right.
everybody's doing the same thing. So
Also,
we would
by the way, I don't mean to cut you off, but we were also Jehovah's Witness for a while too, which they don't celebrate any holidays.
for real.
Yeah, dude. No
I didn't know you
birthday,
were Jehovah. No, I know
Christmas.
about that. I didn't know that you were Jehovah's Witness for a little while.
Yeah, we were Jehovah's Witness, and then we went Pentecostal Christian. We went both extremes. Like when you watch extreme sports, that's Jehovah's Witness and Pentecostal Christians of religion.
Wow. Wait, so did you guys have to go door to door with the pamphlets?
We never did the door to door, but like we would go to like the Kingdom Hall. We did there's like a seminary in Brooklyn that we went to go visit, and we did the whole thing, dude. That's why I like people always make fun of me. Like number one, I know you guys always tease me that I don't drink. A lot of it's alcoholism. Number
Right.
two, a lot of gaps in my pop culture references, like a lot of movies I didn't see growing up, a lot of music I don't listen to because it was called secular music, so we didn't listen to that.
Wow.
So, like when people are like, oh, you remember when this song Tupac came? Nope. Like I don't know a lot of lyrics because I didn't grow up listening to any of it. Like I
Yeah.
didn't buy my first hip hop album till Life After Death was the first album I bought, and I
Wow.
was in high
Notorious
school.
B.I.G. Yeah.
Yeah,
I similar situation. My father moved us out to the country when we were in second grade, and there's like no internet, no. I mean, there's no stoplight, there's no nothing. So we're just in the country. All we had for entertainment was the radio, and like we would rent videos from the library,
right.
and so like all the music I was exposed to was whatever was on the radio, and then like Motown records that he had. But we didn't have TV, so like growing up, like I didn't get any of the I don't get any of the pop culture references either. Like we didn't watch The Simpsons. We didn't Beavis and Butthead was huge when we were little kids. I didn't know anything about that. Saved by the Bell, I know nothing about. All the music of the 90s, I kind of don't know. Outside of the popular songs that you hear all the time, I don't know anything about that either. And it's sort of that same upbringing. Like he wasn't. Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think
so I
that's why
said
you and we go over the top to sort of like be around the boys. Like I see you with
for
Khalid.
sure.
We're gonna go on walks. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it. Like even when you're cooking, you have them around, and it's one of those things where it's like I didn't have this. Like I do a lot of stuff. Like not just like buying them like the costumes and stuff, but like they're like, hey, Dad, can you run around with us, play, pretend you're a dragon? Yeah, because I could never remember anytime my father was like, all right, I'm the monster, and I'm coming.
Right. Yeah, for sure. For sure. It is. It is like I said it before Kalina was even a thought. I said like I definitely being a man that was raised mostly by a woman, like the thought of being a father is like a huge responsibility.
Yeah.
And I think it's for dudes that had bad dads as well. It's like you want to be the best dad of all time just to make up for everything you experienced or didn't experience. And so
Right.
starting off young, for sure, I'm trying to make good memories with Colino from the
Yeah,
jump,
I don't know. I don't know if you're there yet because he's still very little. But I remember one time, like I forgot what I was doing. This was just Julian, not even Maddox was around. I was doing something with Julian, and Katie was like, "Yo, you have to figure out your parenting style. You can't just do the opposite of what your dad did." And I was like,
that's my style though, babe.
"My style, girl. I just do what would he do and do the opposite." She's like,
Yeah.
"You got to figure out your style."
Yeah.
Like, and and it's nice because she kind of knows like everything I went through with my father, so she's constantly like, I do like that she reinforces like, hey, you're doing a great job, which
Yeah.
is nice to hear from time to time. It's almost like when a girl like constantly like sometimes your significant other wants to hear you're beautiful, like you
Right.
want to hear, hey, you're doing good, man.
Wait, they want to hear that they're beautiful?
Yeah, player. They like to hear that they're beautiful, even when they're not
So,
beautiful. You gotta give them the compliment.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
So any
I gotta.
ladies out there with your significant other, if he's a dad, it would be nice to once in a while be like, "Hey, doing a great job, good dad."
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh, like dude, it gets me emotional. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. It is nice. Here's a picture of my father because I don't think you've ever seen a picture.
Yeah, dude, I was just about to say we've been friends for like 10 years. I have no idea what your father looks like. It's an exclusive.
Okay, if you had to guess, what do you think he looks like?
I'm gonna say he looks because I'm looking at you. All right. Now don't give that face. I'm gonna say your dad is
Here we go.
Clyde Frazier.
Hold on. What?
If you pull up a picture of Walt Clyde Frazier, I guarantee that's your dad.
Just because the facial hair,
Got the facial hair, yeah, the whole look, dude.
the afro, I do look like Walt Clyde Frazier right now. Low top Pumas. Okay, this is what my father looks like. Boom.
Wow.
This guy.
Yeah, I know, no kidding. I like that you had the circle. It's him, not the horse. Yeah, you got it, dude.
This is my father. This is not this guy right here. This guy right here.
Wow.
And this is me and my little brother Mahira and my little sister.
Wow.
Right there.
You were really in the country, dude. You guys are all.
Bro, you think like people think all the time when I say, "Oh, I grew up in the country," people go, "What?" Like I made it up, and it's like, no, we were in the sticks, dude. We would ride horses just like that. And then when we got a little older, there were horses on the property that we would ride bareback. We just hop on the horse, ride. And you know what's interesting? It's like we have. I mean, Kalino is one, and I probably have a couple thousand pictures of me and Kalino in general. I don't have many pictures of me and my father. Like we just didn't take pictures like that.
Uh-huh.
Even I saw him. My parents got divorced when I was in middle school, and so uh, when they
Yeah.
got divorced, he moved back home to Alabama, and then I haven't seen like I went easily a decade without seeing him, and then saw him in like 2017. I had shows in Alabama, so I went and saw him. I'm like, so we're not that close, you know. But
Right.
that's definitely the relationship I don't want Kalina to have with me.
Right. No, you definitely don't. Now, are you are you gonna teach him about him?
Am I going to teach Kalina about my dad?
Your father, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm sure I will. I'm sure I'll just say, yeah, he lives far away, I guess. I don't know. Because he's, not around for Kalino. So it's like, if Kalino asks, I'll tell him. I
Because
haven't even thought
Julian,
about that until this moment right now.
yeah, because see, Julian met my father. Uh, let's see, my dad was a good father, but he was always stayed busy. Yeah, but busy is different than like just not being around. Like Julian got to meet my father, so he kind of has a point of reference, and sometimes he'll ask about him. He understood that he passed. Uh,
Hmm.
Maddox has no idea.
So are you going to teach him about your dad?
I kind of have to because I talk about him in my stand up. I
Yeah.
do reference him. So it's one of those things, you kind of got to talk about him a little bit because they're gonna ask, like, because they're so close to Katie's parents, and
Yeah.
they know my mother and they're close to her. They're gonna ask at some point, so I'm gonna have to like, what am I gonna do? He wasn't a good dude, but I don't want to like lie to them and
You'll have to wait until they're old enough to hear the real and for, you know,
yeah.
probably just tell them fluffy stuff. I have a question for Van because Van is a new dad. His son just turned 1. Van and I met in our birthing class. We are in the same birthing class when our ladies were pregnant.
Uh-huh.
Does this make you want to like work from home more, or like how does that affect like you as a dad, like having the experience of a dad who I'm assuming was working all the time, that's why he was busy, like does that make you feel like responsibility to be around more?
See, like this is my father-in-law, and he's real close with the boys.
Hmm.
By the way, Katie was like, "Oh, can you guys give him a shout out?" And I was like, "Of course we can!" Like, cause he as a dad, he's like sitcom dad. Like
Yeah,
hearing Katie's stories about him, like
that's the goal, right? The goal is to be a sitcom dad.
yeah, like he like I think I told you this, and I think I told this last time. Like the first time I met him, like I knew he was a different type of a man because we were sitting out on the deck and he was like, "Yeah, I built the deck." And I was like, what do you mean you built the deck? And like he like legit, he's like, "I bought the wood, I cut it and I did it on an angle so that I would have this angle at a 45." And like he broke down how he built this deck, and I was like, "Oh, this is not what I'm used to at
Did you
all."
use one of these or what's a one of these?
But he's like legit a sitcom dad. Like some of the stories that Katie tells me about him, I laugh because I'm like, that was never my fault. Like you know, he one time Katie's brother was acting up, and she was like, yeah, he sat down, pulled out the dictionary, and read him the definition of responsibility. And I was like, I thought you only saw that in like Full House. Son, let me tell you. And I was like, wow. Like so, you know, when I think of a dad, I'm like, yo, that dude right there, that's a
Yeah.
real dad. That's a
I mean, I think everybody's goal as a dad is you want to be somewhere in between, like Uncle Phil and The Rock. You know what I mean?
yo,
Just
the Rock.
like
The Rock is my spirit animal dad.
you want to be The Rock and Uncle Phil, and anywhere in there. You know what I mean? Like it's it's definitely a tough job, and it's a job that like not enough dudes are up to the challenge because it's definitely hard. You know.
Oh yeah, dude.
Uh,
Now,
um,
here's a question for you because you just had Kalino a little over a year ago. When he was first born, were you kind of panicked, like, yo, I don't know how to do this because we didn't have that role model to sort of teach us how to do it?
no, no, because I did have that role model. My mom was around.
Wow, if she's watching, dude, you just gained 1,000 points.
You know that my mom doesn't know how to work the internet. She's not watching. But yeah, dude, I mean, I had my mom around, and I think every guy that had like not the best dad at home had the only reason why we're good dads to this day is because there were other dudes that were, excuse my French, fucking amazing dads that stepped up and picked up the slack. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's a basketball coach. That's a teacher, a counselor, a neighbor's uh, dad, or whatever. And so I had definitely a bunch of good male role models in my life that have sort of shaped who I am. But, my mom wore both hats. So I definitely learned a lot from her. So when I was in the delivery room, I wasn't really scared, man. I was kind of ready. Plus, I babysat my cousin's kids, like
Oh yeah,
since they were
dude,
like babies.
you to call you to come down. I think one time didn't you spend like 3 days there? Like,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, well, at my cousin's house. Yeah, I lived down there for like a week, and even with you, like you would go on auditions, and I would watch the boys solo. Like I've been watching kids. Like I've been the dude that people uh, feel safe to have their kids around for like the longest. You know what I mean? Like,
I will say, dude, I remember that one time I let you watch the kids, and when I come back, it's just a total mess. And I was like, dude, what did you do? You were like, I'm fun, Uncle Mal, and you just left me. I was like, yo, this dude. Uh,
Don't- yeah, yeah. That's big.
by the way, I really thought this was. You should have pulled this up. Like, if you would have said this is my dad, I would have been like, yeah, I see it.
You're trash. You're
If you would have been like, yo, this is my dad, I'm like, yo, I see
you're a garbage individual, bro.
it. Well, Clyde Frazier, New York Nick. I love it.
Yeah,
Uh,
man, I think that's a big deal. Listening. And that's like a new age parent right there. Is like listening to your kids, because when we were growing up, we were told,
yeah.
we are to be seen and not heard type thing. And now I think the studies show that that's not the healthiest way to do it.
It's so funny when you have your kid, like you remember your childhood, and it was always like, "Oh, stop talking, be quiet, bye," and like, and all this stuff. And then exactly what he's saying is like when you start listening to them, you realize that they have the same emotions and feelings we do. They just can't vocalize it. So they're like,
Right.
and you're like, "What? Just shut up." That's what I got when I was a kid. Just shut up, go play. And the
Yeah.
kid's frustrated. And when you start talking to them, they understand what you're saying. You understand what they're saying, and you can actually talk them through stuff. And like, dude, there was times growing up, I was like, yeah, why didn't my parents just talk to me? I would have. I think I would have understood that. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I have to say I think, because I definitely don't know, but I think there's a fine line with that. You
Yeah.
can do that so much because kids are still kids. They need to be coached
Oh yeah, they're still gonna
and
test boundaries. They're
parented.
still gonna see how far they can get away. But like, if you talk to them and explain, like, hey, this is why you can't do this. Bop, 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 bop. They go, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, don't do that. And you're like, I didn't learn. I don't. Why can't I do that?
Right. All I know is if I do that, I get hit upside the head.
Yeah.
Were you spanked? I'll just say that. Were you punished physically? Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Do you remember your worst spanking? I say spanking, but just like punishment.
I remember a couple of them. Yeah. I remember, dude. I remember in third grade, I
Do you
got
mind sharing? Like, is this too much?
no. This is a different time we lived in. I remember in third grade. I don't know what I did. I think I might have like gotten in trouble at school, whatever it was, because my mother and father, there was no like it was either you got an A or you're a moron. So like if
Right.
you got a B, you're a moron. Did you get an A?
So,
You didn't get an A? You're dumb.
so
Like,
you were raised like an Asian kid.
yeah. Like, dude, I legit remember, and this is gonna sound mean, but like I remember my mother telling me, hey, listen, you can graduate high school, you're gonna go to college, and you can get a good job. Because if you don't, I will kill you because you're just a waste of space. And I was like, okay, yeah, all right,
Wow.
okay. And I showed her. But I remember in third
Did
grade,
you though?
dude, I remember in third grade, I got punished. Dude, I wore shorts the next day because I was gonna show the marks.
And did they let you leave with shorts?
And my mom was like, "Oh, that's what you're gonna do? Okay, go ahead." Because like I think I had learned like I was like, there's a phone number I can call. She like legit would pull the phone off the wall, like, go ahead, call me,
Yeah.
and I'll tell them what a piece of garbage you are. And I was like, oh, I don't want to call
I don't want them to know.
them. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. You know, that's funny because every kid, I don't know what age it is that we learn that there's a hotline, but every kid that got hit growing up definitely tried to use that line one time of like, oh, I know the number to call. And it's
I've
like,
got rights. I don't have to take this. Oh, you got rights? Go ahead. Here you go. I'll dial it for you. What's the number? Go ahead. Yeah. Dude, I remember this lady I used to go to church with. I remember one time her daughter called 911 because she was getting walloped with a wooden spoon. Now this why is a different time. The cop showed
Right.
up to her apartment. By the way, this lady used to babysit me, and I was like, why? Like she was like beating her kids. Cop showed up. They said, hey, we got a call. You can't beat your daughter. And she goes, oh. And she, by the way, he's like speaking broken Spanish to her. She only spoke Spanish. She goes, oh, I can't hit my daughter. I carried her in my womb for 9 months. I gave birth to her. She lives here rent free. Like, start going down the list of why she could beat a kid. And then in front of the cop, starts whooping the kid. She goes, if you're going to arrest me, let's go. Pat, pat. And the cops were just like, all right. And they just left. And I was just like, oh, there's different times.
Oh, shoot. That's
While she's
wild.
babysitting me, I'm sitting on the couch watching this whole thing. I better eat these vegetables. This lady's whooping kids in front of cops. She don't even care.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's wild.
Yeah, dude. You know what the worst feeling is though? Getting that whooping. Then she had to sit down at the table with us, and we not trying to make eye contact with us.
Yeah.
We saw her get whooped.
Yeah. Her thinking that was going to be a good idea, and it immediately not being a good idea.
Yeah,
that's kind of funny,
dude. Whew.
We never called it.
But now, if somebody Instagrams you, it's over. Whole world brought down.
Yeah, there has to be some sort of middle ground there. My father was like physically abusive, so they started off as spankings, and then it was just too much. Like, I mean, I'm black, so we grew up.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Newsflash.
Hold up.
I grew up having to get my own Switch. Do you know what that is?
Yeah. Where'd you grow up?
Did you get
1947? No, I didn't. I feel like that's like a country or like back in the day kind of thing. Boy, go pick your Switch. What?
Right.
No, by the way, I lived in an apartment building. There was no switches around.
That's right. My father grew up in Alabama. We grew up in the country, essentially Alabama. So it's like, when we got in trouble, go get a Switch. And we would have to pull our own instrument that was going to punish us. And it was, not cool. The worst beating I ever got, I forget what I did, but I did something to like my sister, I think. And she maybe I don't know what it was. It was something not crazy that I did to my sister, but she started crying, and this guy pulled the cord from the radio and used that without asking questions.
Uh-huh.
And that was like, that's the one that sticks out in my mind. Is just like the worst one, dude, because it was like on my back, essentially just picture like Kunta Kinte shit, like that. Bad.
Dude, I just remembered another one. This one was bad. I feel like we're trying
Here we go. We're gonna one up each other with.
Here's a question. How old were you when it finally stopped? Like getting spanked or whooped or whatever.
I don't know, 7th or 8th grade, probably.
Yeah, I was like middle. Yeah, like getting into
middle school.
I was about 7th, 8th grade, and my uncle, this son of a, he knew. He tells me, "Hey, you want your mom to stop hitting you?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "This is what you do. Next time she hits you, don't react. Try not to cry, and when she's done, you just go, 'Is that it?'"
Who is this uncle? Who is this uncle? He's your mom's brother or your dad's brother?
He was married into the family from my aunt on my mother's side. And he said,
my God.
"This is what you do." And I said, "All right." Mal, I thought that was going to be the last day I walked the earth, man. When I looked my mother dead in her face and I was like, "Is that it?" And she went, "Oh," I was like, "Oh, that was not the move."
I don't know. No.
I knew right from when she pulled back, she said, "Oh," and looked me in the eyes. I was like, "Oh, not the move."
Yeah.
Dude, it was, and then of course you would give me the speech that hurt me more, and I was like, "No, it didn't.
No,
can't move my leg.
I'm bleeding right now.
Lost taste."
Yeah. Shoot.
All right, so now we got. I don't want to keep going with beating stories. Oh, you think that's bad?
Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna start showing scars. We did have some people mail in their dads. I know Katie, like I just showed him, my father-in-law, but I'll give him another quick shout out because he's like a dad that I look up to, and there he is on our wedding day, and you've seen him too. Like he would do.
Yeah,
I've never seen someone so excited when he finally had boys because he's got the riding mower, he's got tools. And like he's always had granddaughters. Like Katie's sister has 2 girls, her brother's got 2 girls. So when he found out he was having boys, not that he doesn't love them, it was just a different like, oh, dope. I can teach somebody these things because my son-in-law is a lost cause.
He's trash.
So it's over. It's too late. He called it a drill gun. He told me this. He said, "Which screwdriver you need, this or this?"
There's no saving him.
So shout out to him. I know we had somebody mail in. We had a couple people mail in.
So Michael, I'm going to go to Michael first. So this is Mikey Oboza.
From Chicago. He's
from
in
Chicago. Here. Yeah, let me grab this photo. This one. So he just like loves his dad because he went through some trauma and his dad was there to like help out a ton. And awesome. So this is his dad and his mom on their wedding day. This is a great photo. And then Jason.
Mikey Oboza. Mr. Oboza, we salute you for being a good dad and being there for your son during the trauma.
Yeah. And let me read this. All right. So I'm going to put up the photo and then I'll read the email.
Okay.
So Joe sent us this one. Here. I'll zoom in on this. All right. So Joe's shouting out the man that he introduces as his father or pops. Andres has been in my life since I was 8 or 9 years old. He stepped in when my bio stepped out. He's the reason I will always argue with anyone that says anyone can be the father, but take it. Hold on. This is my second time reading. Anyone can be a father, but it takes a real man to be a dad. It takes way more to be a father. Just look at. It takes more steps to get to father than dad. My pops taught me carpentry, how to work on cars. Fishing was my baseball coach till I was in high school. Taught me to drive, shave, landscaping, plumbing, and a crap ton of other things. He's my father because he put in the work. This
That's
dude.
awesome, man.
That's awesome, and that's what I was talking about earlier when we said that, like, you know, people that have their biological father step out, or you know, they pass away or just had a bad experience. There are also always guys like Andres there that step up,
Right?
and like, or there's not always that guy. We are lucky when we find those guys in our lives that step up and do the right thing, and that's awesome for Joe that he had that.
Yeah,
And hopefully, like,
and yeah, like you were saying, like you'll find that guy, either a teacher or a coach that really influences you. But sometimes you find it on TV. Like I remember watching the Cosby Show, and dude, Dr. Huxtable was like
right.
one's dad at that point. Not no more, but back then,
right? Yeah, not no more.
not no more.
And one day, I hope to be that guy. You know what I mean? Like before, like obviously I'm a dad to Kalino now, but for the longest time, and I this is kind of a regret. This is not kind of. This is definitely a regret. I thought being like a big brother, big brother program would have been a great like thing to do that I never did, but I can, you know, do that down the road, or like definitely going to keep my eyes open with Kalino's friends and like, you know, the kids that need the help, be there, because you have to pay it forward, you know. That's like our job as good dads. It's like, it's not just to be the dad for your kids, but be a good dad in your world, in society, you know. So
Right. Cool, man.
Heavy episode today.
This was a deep one, y'all. For tuning in, Joseph. Thank you for sending us that picture and being a fan. We've got a special show next week. We got a special guest. We're not going to announce it. We're going to tease it, though. You guys are going to be excited. He's a comedian. He's a dad. You can see him on Netflix. Who is it? You're going to have to tune in next week to find out.
Tune in next week.
Like always, leave us a voicemail or text message. The number's below. You know, we'll if you have any questions about being a dad, or you want some fatherly advice, we may not know the answer, but we'll talk about it here.
We'll talk about it, and the fathers that have been tuning in every week, like we can all sort of tag team, and we'll figure out a good answer.
Yeah.
For whatever your question is.
Also, if you want to send us pictures or videos of your kids doing funny stuff or whatever it is, you know, it's twoofakindtour@gmail.com. And we would definitely love to share. We share our kids with you and share our experiences. I have to find that picture of the Spider-Man costume. I have one like I'll show you guys that next week. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. You can find me everything at Erik Rivera Comedy, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I post about my kids all the time and just the goofy stuff they do.
Same thing, Mal Hall Comedy. Mal Hall Comedy, or at Mal Hall for everything. With me, I'm going through a move, so that will definitely be coming up in the show here soon. But all my comedy content you can find right there at Mal Hall.
There you go.
You guys have a great week, and we'll see you next time.